Hello and welcome to the show. It's your show, the JAB Show, and it's your life by design. This is where we help you to create the blueprint for the life you've always wanted. I'm your host for the JAB Show, and I am JAB.
Transferring or sending money with AfriMoney is simple and fast. First, be sure to have money in your wallets. Dial *161#, select option 1, then press option 1 to send to an AfriCell number. Enter the number, enter the amount you want to send, then enter your PIN after confirming the transfer details to the initiate. To send to a non-AfriCell number, dial *161#, select option 1, then press option 2, enter number, enter the amount, enter your PIN after confirming the details of transfer to initiate. AfriMoney, na me get am.
AfriMoney.
The 8th of March each year, we join the world in celebrating International Women's Day. We take a pause to recognize the invaluable role that women play all over the world. So we're therefore taking the time on the show this month to celebrate some extraordinary women around us under the theme of this year's celebration, Women in Leadership. In a patriarchal world where men dominate top positions and women are not only seen as the weaker sex, but in most cases, women are seen as the inferior sex. When this happens, the road to female leadership can be like a distant fantasy. And given that women make up more than 50% of the world's population, not providing them with a level playing field for them to occupy their rightful place in life would mean losing more than half of the world's potential assets. How dumb can that be? And the fact is, women are constantly evolving. They're reaching new milestones across the world in a spectrum of activities all across the world. The world has witnessed the advent of women leaders in the person of Kamala Harris. Talk about Kamala Harris, the first ever female vice president, not to talk of non-white being the United States of America, but female. Hillary Clinton, the first ever presidential candidate in a party, a recognized major party in the United States of America. And come back home, Africa, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. You've had Oprah Winfrey topping the charts for talk shows in America. Theresa May, former Prime Minister of Britain. Christine Lagarde worked with the IMF. And Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, just recently appointed to head the World Trade Organization. Come closer to home. You have Zainab Bangura, Justice Miata Samba, recently just appointed to the International Criminal Court. Basita Michael, Asma James, Marcella Samba-Sise, Lara Taylor-Pierce, Isa Johansson, lots and lots of names. And I hope I won't run into trouble because once you start naming names, there's a long list of other people you could call. Permit me the time, but we recognize you this as we celebrate International Women's Day. Now, let's take a quick look at some of the perceptions that have affected women's path to leadership, not just in Sierra Leone, but all over the world. Number one, people say women belong to the home. And they are not able to balance between work and life. So it's really tough for you to expect women to be able to play a role in public life when they have a family to take care of. Number two, it says women are physically and emotionally weaker. They're emotionally weaker than men and can't stand the stress of public office. The stress that public office demand. And they will tear up. Women can burst cry at the smallest things. Before you know, they'll burst cry at the smallest pressure. So women, shouldn't be allowed to take positions of leadership. And part of being emotionally weak is that they can't take tough decisions. They say they have a soft heart. So quickly, not sorry for pausing. For the kids, no, sorry for it. So women, how true is that? And that's some of the stuff we want to discuss today. But in general terms, people think that from a capability point of view, women are of a lower grade, whether it's in terms of their intelligence and in terms of just whatever they're able to do generally. How true are these assertions? Big question. How to are the assertions? Obviously, we have few examples. Angela Merkel. Angela Merkel was the first woman chancellor of Germany, and she's held that post since 2005 and has been the second longest serving chancellor of Germany. What has the German economy done under her leadership? Boomed like nothing else. Margaret Thatcher, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom from 1979 to 1990. She was called the Iron Lady for her uncompromising style. There was one time she popularly made a statement. It was in a convention that they had of the Conservative Party in the UK, and he said, Mr. Gentleman, you can turn if you want to turn, but this lady is not for turning. That is how strong she was. She was called the Iron Lady. Women can be strong. Women can be very good leaders. Women can stand pressure. And that's what these examples have proved. Come close again back to home. The best NPSC and Becker results over the last decade has been dominated by female pupils. So there's something there that it's inconsistent with the fallacy that we've been sharing that, women are not. There's something that they're of a lower grade. I'll now pause a moment before we take the break, but I'll play for you a video. This is a video by Indira Nui, and Indira Nui is a former CEO of PepsiCo, PepsiCo International, and was recently appointed in 2019 to serve in the Amazon's board of directors. And this is something she had to say about the conflict that is there between being a mother, a wife, and being the chief executive officer for an international company. I'll pause for a moment and allow you to just watch this video, and we'll come back to it.
I don't think women can have it all. I just don't think so. We plan our lives meticulously so we can be decent parents. But if you ask our daughters, I'm not sure they will say that I've been a good mom. I'm not sure. And I try all kinds of coping mechanisms. I mean, I'll tell you a story that happened when my daughter went to Catholic school, Convent of Sacred Heart. And every Wednesday morning, they have class coffee with mothers. Class coffee with mothers for a working woman. How is it going to work? How am I going to take off 9 o'clock on Wednesday mornings to go for a class coffee? So I miss most class coffees. My daughter would come home and she'll say, list of all the mothers that were there, and you were not their mom. First few times, I would die with guilt. But I developed coping mechanisms. I called the school and I said, give me a list of mothers who were not there. So when she came home in the evening, she'd say, you were not there, you were not there. I said, Mrs. Rag wasn't there, Mrs. So-and-so wasn't there. So I'm not the only bad mother. You have to cope because you die with guilt. You just die with guilt. My observation, David, is that the biological clock and the career clock are in total conflict with each other. Total, complete conflict. When you have to have kids, you have to build your career. Just as you're rising to middle management, your kids need you because they're teenagers, they need you for the teenage years. And that's the time your husband becomes a teenager too. So he needs you. Sorry. They need you too. So what do? And as you grow even more, your parents need you because they're aging. So we're screwed. I mean, we cannot have it all. But you know what? Coping mechanisms. Train people at work. Train your family to be your extended family. When I'm in PepsiCo, I travel a lot, and when my kids were tiny, especially my second one, we had strict rules on playing Nintendo. She'd call the office. She didn't care whether I was in China or Japan or India, wherever. She'd call the office. The receptionist would pick up the phone. Can I speak to my mommy? Everybody knows if somebody says, can I speak to mommy, it's my daughter. So she'd say, yes, Tara, what can I do for you? I want to play Nintendo. And the receptionist has a set of questions. Have you finished your homework, You see, I say this because that's what it takes. She goes through the questions and she says, okay, you can play Nintendo half an hour. But she leaves me a message. Tara called at 5. This is what the sequence of questions I went through. I've given her permission. So it's seamless parenting. But if you don't do that, I'm serious, if you don't develop mechanisms with your secretaries, with the extended office, with everybody around you, it cannot work. It can't. Motherhood, stay-at-home mothering was a full-time job. Being a CEO of a company is 3 full-time jobs rolled into one. How can you do justice to all? You can't. The person that hurts the most with this whole thing is your spouse. There's no question about it. Raj always says, you know what, your list is PepsiCo, 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 your 2 kids, our 2 kids, your mom, and then in the bottom of the list is me. There are 2 ways to look at it. You should be happy you're on the list.
yes. Now, how about that? That's Indira Nui. This is a former chief executive of PepsiCo International. And the husband was there. You saw the husband as she joked around what you really have to do to be able to make sure women really can. And one of the stuff I have to battle with is because every one of the key people around me are women. I have a wife and 3 kids, and all of those are women. So I have a soft heart for women, and I think women must be given their place in life. Do you agree with that? They should be given their place in life. And women are generally making their presence in leadership and entrepreneurship, in administration, in education, in health and sports. Regional, global, and national levels. And so in the first part of this series, we're just looking at women excelling in sports. And so I have today with me on the show a beautiful lady. I've been trying to practice her name for the last 1 hour. Her name is, give me your first name.
Linda.
Linda, just say that. So her name is Linda Nyanji Gewonya Bull. Why not just say Linda Bull? And she's captain for the national cricket team. Maybe some people are hearing about the fact that we have a female cricket team in the country for the first time. Does it feel bad? Does it look bad to know that? A lot of people wouldn't know that we have a female national cricket team.
Cricket is not a familiar sport in Sierra Leone. It's not popular.
Why do you think that is so?
Because we just started cricket and we are trying to take it to the regions. And most time we know Sierra Leoneans are much in love with football. So for these other sports, they are not much in abreast with them. So I can't be disappointed because I know there is a bright side at the end of the tunnel.
There's a bright side at the end of the tunnel. That's Linda Bull. Let's go back to how you got to be in sports. It was in your family.
Of course, I am from a sports family.
A sports family. Your father was a referee?
Yes, sir.
Your eldest brother was a referee?
Sure.
Your elder brother was not a referee. What did he play? Cricketer. Yes. And do you have younger siblings?
No. My sisters are sports women too.
All of them?
Sure.
Everybody in the family?
Yes, sir.
Wow, and that's cool. But then, so you started cricket at age 15?
Yes.
You were in SS1?
SS1.
You were in SS1, that's how you started cricket. But then you've been involved in a couple of other stuff. Tell us what you've been involved in before then.
Oh, of course, I've been a gymnast and an athlete during my primary school level. And when I went to St. Joseph's Convent, I started playing cricket then, and I was part of the volleyball team at St. Joseph. And I was also the captain of the volleyball team. I thought volleyball
was for tall people. You don't look that tall.
It doesn't matter. I can be a good setter.
Okay, be a good setter.
Definitely.
Okay,
yes,
that's cool.
So I've been in sports for the whole of my life since I was a child till date, and I'm actively involved in sports. And not only in cricket, but also volleyball. So when I went to Fairby College during my first degree, I was actively involved in sports, especially for
let's talk about that. So just pause, let's talk about that. So normally people would think, sports people in Nigeria will never go better in a school than one in Nigeria sports. So you actually have a first degree, right?
Sure.
A first degree in English. It's BA in English and Literature.
Yes, sir.
At Fairby College. And then you're now reading for your law degree.
Yeah.
Fairby College.
Yes, sir.
And you're waiting your results. When is that?
We'll be graduating in April. So I believe by mid-April, all our results will be out. And then we'll have a convocation.
And really clearly, it's not just because people are saying it. Most times, if they are sports, they cannot be education.
Well, we are changing the narratives. That's why I am in.
Why do you think that is normally so? Is it a fair assertion for people to make?
Well, I can't say, because back then, most of the people who were involved in sports were those who were not too much of an elite. But I cannot agree with them, because you have people that are professors who were actually and actively involved in sports.
So it's somewhere in the middle that we lost interest, so that if you're an academic, you cannot be sports at the same time.
I can say that is a fallacy. It's a fallacious statement which people do believe in, because you can be an elite. And you say it's not true.
No, from a practical point of view, if you count the number of sports people who are now involved in sports, and check the number per capita of those that are actually educated at university level, even though it's actually important in some ways. When Leone did not go to any, football college or but he went to a football academy. Yes. So it's at that level. It's actually professional education in your field of your profession. So having that professional education is what we're talking about. But you say we're changing the narrative,
definitely,
and we cannot agree more. So now you're going to be qualified in the next few months.
Yes, sir.
And then you're going to be.
I'm going to law school.
You're going to law school.
Yeah.
Now, so you're going to law school. So how would you compete with the cricket bat? You already have it at your side there.
Okay. This is a cricket bat, and of course, I've been in sports for the past 12 to 13 years now.
How long have you been captain for the national team?
I've captained the team since 2018 till date, and it's 3 years. And of course, I've been the captain of my club for the past 12 years now.
Captain for your club. This is a bright lady.
And before I became the captain, I was the vice captain of the women's cricket team. And I worked together with my captain, the substantive coach, Sarah Johnson.
And she's here with us in the studio. You want to put your hands together for her coach? Sarah Johnson, her coach. And how proud she is to see, her protege now. And actually, so you've been to a couple of competitions. Definitely. Where she was the captain and you were the vice captain before she became coach, and then she handed over. Are you relatives?
Oh, no,
you're not related. No.
But in the sports world, we are family.
In the sports world, you're family.
Yes.
Now, so tell us the competitions you've already been to as a captain of the national team, Sierra Leone national cricket team.
Okay, I'll take it back. When I was a vice captain, when Coach Sarah was the captain, then we went to Gambia to go during the Ebola scourge. And of course, that was the first edition of the Northwest Africa Cricket Competition. And we competed against countries like Ghana, Gambia, Mali, and Gambia, the host. And of course, at the end of the day, we emerged as champions and we came home with the
Beautiful. Okay, that was 2018.
That was 2015.
2015, okay.
Yes, and in 2018, we went to Gambia for the second edition of the Northwest Africa Cricket Competition. That was the second edition. And of course, Nigeria was part of the competition, Ghana, Gambia, and we emerged as champions again.
Wow. Brilliant, cool.
Because we were very dedicated in doing our sports, and of course we believe in everything. We have to put God first, and we have to put the interest of the country first. So even though we were not that much in that kind of atmosphere to have it all, but we ensured we displayed our best and came home with the championship trophy. And also in the same 2018, I went with my team to Botswana. 2 days after I laid my dad to rest. So
wow.
I went with the team.
Sorry
and
about
we
that.
participated.
And he's referee Bull, right?
He's referee Bull, the late JMS Bull.
May his soul rest in peace.
Amen. So we went to the the Africa and the ICC Women's World Cup qualifiers competition. And before going, our association told us, even when you go, even if we come fourth position, we'll appreciate it. Because they never thought we can reach that kind of ladder. And when we went there, through the efforts of our coach, we ensured we played to the best of our abilities. And we even defeated the host, which was Botswana, and we emerged as runners-up. We came second.
Wow.
So we came back with the
brilliant.
So, and then we qualified for the ICC World Cup qualifiers. That was at the next stage. But when we went to Zimbabwe, we were not fortunate to emerge as champions because by then the host Zimbabwe
only one team could
was
qualify.
Very powerful, and only
Zimbabwe's been playing cricket.
Of course,
they've been playing cricket since.
Definitely, and only one team could qualify. And so, as the host, because they were able to emerge as champions, they were able to represent Africa in the next level. So far so good. That has been my cricket journey. In 2020, we were unable to attend any competition because of the COVID-19. So we are currently preparing for 2 major competitions that are upcoming. And of course, we have this Commonwealth Games, and we are supposed to either go to Namibia in August or Malaysia in January next year to play the qualifiers for us to go to Birmingham in 2022. And so as a team, we are
Birmingham, that will be in the UK.
In the UK.
Are you sure you could be able to qualify?
Oh, we are going to do our best. We are going to do our best. It's all about Sierra Leone because we want to send that signal for people to know that there is a country existing in West Africa named Sierra Leone.
Putting Sierra Leone on the map.
Stay
with us, stay with us.
SIM-Couple allow old and young to make deposits and withdraw cash from their account at any time and anywhere. With Rokel Commercial Bank SIM-Couple, you can send and receive money at any place and any time. Rokel Commercial Bank don't make life better for we all.
Welcome back. This is the International Women's Day series you're watching on the JB Show, and my guest today is Linda Bull. Linda Bull is the captain for the Sierra Leone female national cricket team. And as we wrap up, two things I want you to be able to do. Now, if you could just pose for me. Now you have on your right here, you have your cricket bat, and you have your your protecting shield, your protecting helmet.
Yeah.
So, and we don't have the ball here, unfortunately.
Okay, but I can still put it on.
Just go and just show us how you would normally pose to receive a ball being bowled, and go ahead, just put it on.
Because it's the overs.
The overs.
Of course, as a bowler, you have to deliver 6 good balls to constitute 1 over.
No, as a batsman. So who are you? What are you really strong at? Are you?
I'm an all-rounder. I can bowl and I can bat.
Very well. Are you a bowler? Where are you stronger? Where are you stronger?
I'm a batsman. I'm
both?
stronger in both.
Very strong in both. Sure. Which one do you do better?
I love batting.
So pose for one for me. So pose for one. Okay.
This is the cricket bat, and normally when you play cricket, you have the 3 stumps, which we call the wicket. You have the bowling crease, you have the popping crease, and the return crease. So you have to ensure you do not collapse or coincide with your wickets, or else you get out.
So the wickets are the 3 stumps at the back. They would normally be there, and so you have to make sure as you're moving this, because if you hit your stumps, what happens?
Oh, you get out.
Instantly.
Instantly.
So if you hit the stumps and the stumps go, that's like scoring in your own goal.
No.
It's an own goal.
It's sure.
It's an own goal. So you go out, then go. So let's go.
First of all,
who's bowling? Coach
I can select my coach, who is a very good spinner. But she doesn't have a ball now.
She doesn't have a ball.
So whenever you want to bat in cricket, first of all, you have to take your guard. You have to take your guard from the umpire. And for cricket, the umpire is just like the referee in football, because most people do not understand much about cricket. So the umpire will be standing at the opposing end, and you will stand here asking the umpire, am I on my middle stump?
Okay, so the bat should line up with the middle stump in the middle stump. Okay.
So you will not so that you will not cover your stump.
Okay, you shouldn't.
You should not.
The guy who's bowling has to see
the stump.
Should see the stump. So
definitely.
Okay, this is good lesson for us today. Is anybody learning anything? Okay,
and so
continue.
The umpire will give you your guard, and then you put your foot there. Then you have your stance. Of course, the grip, how you handle the bat. Most times when we teach little kids, you say when you playing with, of course, if you have an axe, how you try to plait wood.
Okay, like you'd use for the wood,
like
that's a similar thing.
So this is the same way you hold your bat.
You hold it at the side.
And then when you have your guard and your stance, your face, your head should be in line with your shoulder, watching the bowler that is coming. You have to ensure you do that. And then after taking your guard, you'll be there.
And you wait.
Waiting for the bowler. And when the time comes, when the bowler delivers the ball, you play your shots. So Madam Marcela Samba to catch it.
Put your hands together. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you very much for that beautiful illustration. And obviously there'll be young girls watching you that how amazing it is. And again, like I said, what's most brilliant is for people to know that you could be both learned, you could be both educated, and you be a sportsman and be a sportswoman. And the two complement themselves so well, even though you still need to tell me where you're ending up. Are you a lawyer or are you a cricketer? Where will you end up? Which one is going to lose out at the end of the day?
Oh, no, none of them is going to lose because my dream is to...
But you're not going to be playing forever. If you go to law school and start...
I can pass on the expertise.
You want to practice law, right?
Sure, I want to practice law. That is my career.
And you could you want to be a coach, you want to take over. You took over the captainship
no,
for her.
I can't take over.
You want to take over the captain.
No, we have so many people that can.
You have so many other people that could be coached.
Yes, we have so many people. So I can still be a lawyer.
And you want to practice law?
Supporting cricket, yes.
You want to practice law?
Supporting cricket and galvanizing way for us to have funds so that the girls coming up will be able to go for competitions. Because we are challenged. Most of the times we get invitations from different countries, but because of the inadequate funds, most times we only go for 1 or 2 competitions a year.
Are you pushing for young girls to get involved in sport? Of course I am pushing
for that.
If they want to contact you, how do they contact you?
Well, you can come to the cricket field at King Tom Police Field. Simply ask me.
That's where you're normally at.
That's where I am.
But you're on Facebook, so they can follow you on Facebook.
So you can follow me on Facebook by typing Linda Dalgenia Bull.
Linda Dalgenia Bull.
That is my name.
That's
on
how they
Facebook.
can find you on Facebook.
That's how you can find me on Facebook.
Linda Dalgenia Bull.
Yes,
Linda. Who's your biggest mentor in Sierra Leone? You may not have even met the person, but your hero, your fan, somebody who's been the biggest influence in your life, even from a distance.
Well, for me, my mentor is my elder sister.
What's her name?
Joanne M.S. Bull.
What does she do?
She is a lawyer.
Wow, now I see where the law is coming from. But thank you so much for taking your time. And thank you so much, Coach Sarah, for taking the time to come to the studio and join us today. We're so proud of you. And I'm sure there's a lot of young girls that are now watching and are already excited and can't wait to see if they can also take after your tracks. And wish you good luck that you could end up in Birmingham in the competition next year. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Linda Bull. How here you are. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Linda. Thank you so much, Coach Sarah, for joining us today. And the whole team, the whole female cricket team, thank you. Congratulations. You're true leaders and we're proud of you. And the whole country is proud of you. Both Linda and Coach Sarah and the rest of the female cricket team, we are super, super grateful that you could join us. And we continue to celebrate Una and pray that you make, there's no limit to the victories and medals that you bring to this nation. Don't forget, this show does not end here. Join us online on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter for more tips and notes on how you can create the life you've always wanted. On behalf of our sponsors and partners, AfriCell, RC Bank, AYV Media Empire, and Chicken Town. Till we meet again on another edition of the show, continue to design the future you've always wanted. I've been your host, Joe Abbas Bangura, on the JB Show. Stay blessed.